Brightway Immigration and Asylum Practitioners. Ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé gbígba ìwé ìgbélú, how to regularize your status. There is a live program right now in the United Kingdom, Naija 101.1 FM. My name has not changed. Lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye. My office is located on the second floor offices of 14 to 16 Powys Street, London SE 18 6LF. London SE 18 6LF. Telephone number to reach me on in the office is on 0208 309 8808. 0208 309 8808. This is going to be a 30 minutes program. Please, can you please share the program and let people know that we are on now quickly, because I am only going to stay here for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I have to unite with my family to watch England football. So I will not lie to you. 30 minutes and then I'll be back on Monday to solve other problem outstanding. But today I'm only going to spend 30 minutes. So let us quickly go into situation of things and see why we are here today. This afternoon, I want to look briefly at the reason why a lot of parents are getting notice of refusal from entry clearance officer when it comes to bringing in their kids into the United Kingdom. First of all, if you are carrying British passport, first of it all, you should know that a child clock 18 is no more a child under the prevailing rule. So therefore, it is imminent for you to know that if you want to make an application before to bring your child into United Kingdom on a settlement status, you need to do it before the child clocks 18. If the application got in before the child clock 18 and you are refused, you can still proceed on appeal based on the fact that the application went in before the child was 18. So it doesn't matter whether the child is 18 during the process of putting the appeal application in. It does not matter. But you should be aware vigorously, keep your eyes on the age of your child. I know money could be an issue, but the issue here is that a child 18 can no longer come in under a parent unless in an exceptional circumstances. So we need to get that right clearly. Now, parents made so much mistakes when it comes to putting an application. A lot of them will say that, oh, is it not just filling in form? It is just about filling in form. But do you understand the small print that the lawyer can see that you cannot see? That is what you need to think of. You see, when you know something, you know it in the field of practice. But if you are not a doctor, you cannot know how to diagnose cancer or diagnose kidney problem or diagnose even a migraine. Unless you are a medical doctor specialized in head surgery, in surgeon of that kind of situation, you will not be able to diagnose it. And as an immigration practitioner, as an immigration solicitor, because a lot of people get confused, I am a solicitor and I'm also an immigration lawyer. The difference between the two is that I am qualified under the Supreme Court of England and Wales as a solicitor. So I have a qualification of a solicitor separately, and I have a qualification as an expert in immigration separately. So both of them in conjunction, put them together, it makes me be one of the finest that specialize in practice in the United Kingdom. People get confused and say, oh, she's just an immigration lawyer. She's just talking. I am not just talking. I am not just an immigration lawyer. I am a qualified solicitor. So let's get that right into the skull of those who are jealous and getting it mixed up. Please don't get it mixed up. I am not just an immigration lawyer. I am a solicitor. I have been through, I have paid my dues in terms of doing training contract in the UK, in terms of serving my superior. I have done that. So I understand what the law says. And I'm whining and dying with those people who are the corridor of power. So I understand the loophole. Now, in the case of bringing a child into UK to come and settle with you as a parent that has settlement status, you should remember when you put in an application at the beginning, when you are leaving your country of origin, the information you gave them at that time is crucial. You see, one thing is to read law, another thing is to be able to digest it, to be able to assimilate, to be able to understand the simple English of reading law. You know, it's not the same, it's different. Some people can read law and unable to digest it. Some of us, we can read, we can digest, we can piece it, we can break it, we can piece it, we can put it back together. It's gift because we have time to read it. Now, the situation where you bring a child into UK, let's get it clear. The information you have given to the entry clearance at the date when you are asking for a visa to come to United Kingdom is crucial. If you have lied, or let me use the word misrepresent, let me not believe that you have lied, that you have misrepresented the fact and told them that you don't have family, you don't have child when you are leaving your country of origin, typical from Ghana, Nigeria. And in that year, you have already filled in a form and said you don't have a child in Nigeria. Now, when God has now done it in a way that you now have a settlement status, which confirms that you have either indefinite leave to remain or permanent resident or British passport, you now want to bring in that child into the UK. Remember, you have lied to the authority at the beginning of the application saying that you don't have a child in your country of origin. So where does the child just come from? All of a sudden. So we got to look at that from that angle. Excuse me. The second angle is that you got to understand the type of application you have put in severally while you were in the United Kingdom. There are different applications you have sent through. You got to remember the type of application you have sent through each time. And that process could affect the bringing in of a child into United Kingdom on a settlement status. Because you must be able to show who that child is left with why you were coming to UK? And why is that person not responsible for that child anymore? Why that person is not able to continue to look after that child in your absence? The government of the United Kingdom is now saying lately that you pulling out a child of 15, 16-year-old from their comfortable zone is causing problem in the UK for them. Because for them to be able to have the rapport among the children of their caliber that are born and bred in the UK, it's a bit difficult for them. It's a bit difficult. So as a result of that, government is saying that, no. Thank you, Adela Adenuga. You know, government is saying that you got to be careful pulling out that child from that angle. Now, if you are a woman in the UK and the father of the child is in Nigeria, what makes you think you are better off to bring up that child in England than the person that has been bringing up the child in Nigeria? You got to have your points. You got to have some reason to prepare in your mind ahead of the game. I'm on 07908-628-240. I will continue with this topic on Monday because I am only going to spare 30 minutes of my time on this program today, and I'll be back on Monday. But the point I want you to start noting is that the application you have filled at the time you were coming in on the first time, at first instance, is so important. The information you left in there is crucial. The person the child is staying with is crucial. Remember, these things are not in the book. So when you say you have read the guidelines, is this in the guideline? It's not. So you have to take those into account. You have to remember the person the child is staying with. Why the person is not able to continue to look after the child. You got to put that at the back of your mind and start thinking now. From now on, start thinking of what to do and how to go about it. That's that one. In terms of having parental responsibility, another crucial point, having parental responsibility over a child does not, sending money doesn't mean that you have a parental responsibility. Anybody can send money to anybody in favor, in mercy of God. Anyone can send money. That doesn't mean you have parental responsibility. What the government is asking for, which is the Secretary of State, who is in charge of dealing with this kind of situation, is asking you that if you are going to say that you have parental responsibility, how are you going to demonstrate it? A child that you have not called for the last 1 month, what makes you think that you have parental responsibility? Is it just by sending £50, £100 to that child? Believe me, that is not parental responsibility. So you need to start thinking what parental responsibility is, you know. Now, let's move further again. What about the issue of you yourself? How many times have you traveled to see that child since you have been granted status in the United Kingdom? You need to think about that. The school the child is going in the country of origin, how many times have you called that school and find out about the progress of that child? How many times have they sent you the child's result? How many times have you seek for one? So bringing child to unite with settled parents in the United Kingdom is not that straightforward. It will only be straightforward when both parents are in the UK. If both parents are on a settlement status or on a British passport, it will be easier for them to get the child in smoothly. If the other parent has gone, passed on to glory, then you must be able to show death certificate. If you can prove the death certificate from ongoing, then you should be all right. Another crucial thing you have to notice is that a lot of parents get birth certificate at the last minute when they want to put in an application to get their child to make their child unite with them in the United Kingdom. A birth certificate should not be shown in 2014 for a child born in 2003. Given the fact that the child was born in 2003, there's supposed to be a documentation, hospital record, or a birth certificate for a child born in 2003. For God's sake, cry aloud. And if you don't have that, it means that you're not ready. You're not ready. Because if you only deduced birth certificate 2-3 years ago, you're not going to go smoothly. And believe me or not, if you don't have the evidence of DNA in place to show that this child is your child, your application will not succeed. Because anybody can bring anybody's child into the UK. Because I've known a lot of people have asked me that I want to bring my late brother's child into the UK. I want to bring my late sister's child into the UK. I want to bring my late cousin's child in the UK. I have been responsible for bringing in up that child. You got to show documents. They're not saying you cannot do that. If that child is going to be sovereign, is sovereign in the country of origin, it hasn't got any responsible adult to take care of that child. It basically means that at the end of the day, you need to show your impact, your input in the life of that child to make your application smooth and succeed. Don't forget, the fee to pay on that kind of application is quite expensive. It's quite dear, it's quite high. So it is not worth making a foolish application that you will just waste money and drop the money in the drain. So let's get it clear. Let's understand what we are doing. Anyway, to continue saying what I am saying without having any distractions on my line, bringing in that child into the UK, you got to have some evidence in place. And when you are having some evidence in place, believe me or not, it's so important, communication maintenance. And when you are bringing a child that is 12 years or 13 years old into the country, and you are a man, and you are living in a one bedroom, and you are bringing a she daughter, 13 years old, your application will not succeed from fact. Common sense is there. The application will not succeed because you are a man. The mother of the child has passed to glory. We understand that. But the crucial one you have to understand is that there is no way you can use one bedroom house to bring in a daughter to join you into the United Kingdom, a 13-year-old daughter. The application will not succeed. Again, you must have a woman in your life to take care of a female child for you. If that woman is not there and married and give a consent for the child to unite with you, application is not going to succeed. Without taking much of your time, let me take calls now. 07908 628 240, 07908 628 240, 07908 628 240. Alternatively, call me on 07852 462 910 because my Android is different from the from studio connection. You know, you can tell everybody that is using iPhone 10 or the latest Android, the connection is a bit different now. It's in four corners, it's not the round one anymore. So call me on 07852 462 910 or office mobile 07908 628 240. Like I said, I've only got 30 minutes and I've started on time at 2 o'clock. I am going to leave exactly 2:30 and I will come online on Monday morning about around 8:30 in the morning. So tell your friends and family you can meet me back at 8:30 on Monday morning by God's grace. But in the meantime, let me answer a few questions if we have questions around. But if we don't have questions around, then I can continue to speak to you now, and then I will leave and then come back on Monday, meet you on Monday at 8:30 on Monday morning. So to bring in a child into the United Kingdom, it is crucial that you understand the requirements. If not, you're going to continue to waste money. People have taken their status permanent resident British passport since 2010, 2009, and yet they still haven't traveled to visit that child. Application will not succeed. If you are flying from heaven to the planet, to the earth, it's not going to succeed because you have not shown a good sign of being in charge of that child's life since inception of grant of status. The government understand that without your status, there is no way you can travel to go to that child. But if you have been granted since 2010, 2009, we are in 8th year, 9th year of the grant of your status, and you still haven't traveled to go and see that child, then that's going to be a bit difficult, you know. It's going to be a bit difficult. So we've got to really understand the situation of, can you call back? Sorry, I mistakenly pressed the wrong button. So you've got to really know what the requirements are when it comes to, yes, when it comes to when it comes to bringing in a child to unite with you in the United Kingdom. You know, hello.
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. This is Fumi Shoyeke. I'm calling from London.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I've been listening to the program. I just have a question to ask. I am an overstayer. I've got 3 kids that are brought in from Nigeria. But as of today, we have rights to remain. But my husband is still in Nigeria, so I'm just trying to see what kind of application we would be able to make for him to come and join the family.
What status have you got?
The 2.5 years.
Go and check the conditions of grant of status, because it is going to be difficult to ask him to come and join you, because I understand very carefully that a lot of applications were given based on the fact that the parents are single parents, you know.
Okay. We actually, because our application was refused initially, so we went to court on appeal. So yeah, on appeal, the judge, the decision of the judge, what I read on it, or what I could assume from it, is the fact that because it's unreasonable for the kids to go back home to Nigeria, because the judge is aware that their father is in Nigeria, but we're not having communication with him as of when we're making the application.
There were no communication.
Yes, there was no communication, because I said I couldn't afford to communicate with anybody, but the judge was aware that the father is at home.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to bring him in under your 2.5 years. You need to understand that. Unless if he's in the country, then you can show that he wants to have access. But from overseas, I don't think the condition of grant of status will permit that. Definitely not. Yes.
Definitely not.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. You're back.
Okay.
I'm still here on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. That is the number to reach me on. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please, I've got a question to ask you, sir.
Please go ahead.
Yes, please, my question is this. For citizen,
Is what?
Europeans in the country to get married. So as soon as the partner gets the 5 years over, stay there, how soon can they come back to the country?
Immediately. Once you can show 6 months of work in any of the European country, then you should be able to return back smoothly without any problem.
Just 6 months?
6 months is what you need, minimum. 6 months.
6 months?
Yes.
Okay. And there is no visa to come back from that country to this country?
Yeah, there's no problem. You will be able to return back with your lady successfully.
After the 5 years started?
No. The first month, once you start work, yeah, you will apply for her in your first month there together. They will give her the 5 years. You will wait for another 5 months to work, which is 6 months in total. Once you are able to do your 5 months again and you have 6 months of pay slips, then there's nothing holding you down other than to return back to your preferable country in Europe, which is the United Kingdom.
So altogether now we are talking about
6 months. Everything is 6 months, yes.
Okay, let's say we have 5 years resident cards today.
You can,
From there, we can start counting.
if they grant her five years today, you still have to make sure you have 5 months work. In total of 6 months, they will only grant her in the first 1 month of you working, which is the same thing they do to these people in UK. Immediately after then, you have to continue to work and make sure you have your pay slip 6 months, bank statement to show money into the account 6 months, employment contract to show you work in European country. If not, when you come back to UK, application will not succeed.
Okay, so we need 6 months that will stay in another European country for 6 months.
That is correct. That is correct. The case law is called Surinder Singh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
You're most welcome. Hello, please go ahead. Hello, Ekasan, please go ahead. Yes.
Quick question, ma'am.
Okay.
Taking about the renew application on the 2 years resident permit,
Okay.
and then does it count the application about one home office on that 10 years?
It counts from the time they grant you. You will only be able to be counting every time they are granting you status.
So every time the application the home office, those time are not counted.
No, at all. It's counted from the time you've been granted, because there is possibility that they might not grant it. Because I have seen people that they refuse to grant them for their extension for one reason or another.
Okay.
So you will not be able to count it anymore. You will only be able to count the time that they have granted you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're most welcome.
Bye.
Yes. Thank you. Bye. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Thank you for your program. I really enjoy you. I've been trying your number for quite a long time. To come to my question straight now.
Okay.
I came to this country with my children in 2001.
Okay.
And being that we are still pursuing our status, unfortunately, in 2003, I lost one of my sons here
Oh, so sorry.
in this country. So based on that, children, our application of that time, we are on pending that time. They say reconciliation. Now they write the letter immediately when we write them that I've lost my son. They said if I have new evidence, I should put in another application. Based on that child, we put in, and they give us under discretion. They said call under discretion 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
After the 1 year finish, we put the application again. Within that 1 year, we have to go and borrow money to put that in the application. We are 60 member, 4 children with my wife and I. So they refuse again. We have to go to court, and they grant us after 2 years again. Now, when we go to court, they grant us 2.5 years again. What I'm asking, the question I want to ask is, are they going to continue this as a second for us, or we are going to continue from 2016? They grant us 2.5 years now. Are they going to count the first one they give us 2004? See?
You were granted first in 2004.
Exactly.
And then where was the next time you were granted again?
Last year now.
So what happened to application in between? What happened?
In 2004, when they granted, based on the child we lost, they call it under distraction. Because that time the child is still we haven't buried the child when our application home of it. So they grant us based on the child we lost. They say they call it out of immigration law. They call it under discretion. So 1 year they grant us resident, me and my family. So from there, when I speak with my lawyer, I say, well, I should not go say they grant us something. I should make sure I work on it and make sure I get everything in proper. And I try as much as possible. We work. After we finish 2005, we put the application in again for they refuse. So they put it on the appeal, and we go to appeal court. But luckily for us, last year they grant us when we go to court of appeal. Because my daughter I have here is already 10 years that time. So they grant all of us 2.5 years.
So your application continues from 2004 in that respect.
Yeah, it's from 2004. But
Are you sure it's 2004, 2014?
rather 2014, I'm sorry.
Ah.
2014.
Yes, because the gap is too wide, it's too large.
Yeah, 2014. So what I want to know now is that these 2.5 years they granted us last year now. They now put it. Are you going to continue from 2000 last year now, or we are going to
you will continue from 2014.
Okay.
So your counting is from 2014, whatever happens, because there were no gap from 2014. You made application immediately immediately it was refused, but appeal right continues. So that's fine. That's fine. So
I would like to book an appointment to come and see you, man.
no problem. No problem.
I will book on Monday.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I need more explanation apart from I just want to have an idea of what I'm doing.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Bye. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Hi.
Ẹ káàsán.
Ẹ káàsán.
Yes, sir. Mo fẹ́ bí advice kan lọ́wọ́ yín ni ma.
Please tẹ̀síwájú.
European family member ni mi, mo marry European but mo ní 5 years. Ìyàwó mi rẹ̀ tó báyìí àbúrò mi láti South Africa ṣàkó gbogbo unnecessary document fún. Torí student mi ní South Africa. Àwa la akó bank statement ẹ̀ báwa la responsible fún ètò tó máa wá àti accommodation. A fún wọn gbogbo. Wọ́n gbà tó máa submit the application ní South Africa. That was the 15 days after our àpè fún àwọn pé àwọn jòrí application náà pé bíbọ̀ àwọn doubt to school tó ń fún lẹ́tà àti kó ń wà ní school yẹn pé because àwọn confirm pé bí a wà ní school yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọn local authority wọn lọ pé èmi bẹ̀ wá tọ́ wọn pé no òun wà ní school kan ló fóun ní lẹ́tà wọn.
ẹ mọ̀ kan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ mi ò lè rí etí gbọ́ explanation yẹn so it's either you give me voice message on WhatsApp or you come and see me on consultation explanation yẹn ti gùn jù ẹ má jẹ́ kí n parọ́ fún mi nílé cap gbogbo ẹ̀ tán I will not be able to get the whole gist and I don't want to give wrong advice because I'm being diverted so either you give me a voice message on WhatsApp the same WhatsApp here or book appointment and come and see me but I will not be able to say anything on that because it's a bit too long. I've already told people that when they want to take question from give me question they should let it be very brief so that I will be able to remember and answer quickly.
Okay.
Please, yes. Shall I understand?
Okay.
Yeah. I will only take this last call. I have to go now. Hello? I'm going to take this last call now, but I have to go now. I'm afraid so. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah, hello. Sorry, I just need an advice, please.
Okay, please, can you call me on Monday? Call me on Monday. I'm going to be live on Monday, 8:30 in the morning.
8:30 in the morning.
Yes, I'll be live on the Facebook again on Monday, but I have to go now.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're most welcome, sir. You're most welcome. I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, my country, United Kingdom, is first before my duty. So I need to go now. I'll be back on Monday by God's grace at 8:30. But I have to go now for my country, United Kingdom. Before my duty, I need to go now to go and unite with others. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget those that we have some things to discuss. Mrs. Florence Ekweme, please contact me. Mrs. Florence Ekweme, please contact me. Thank you, everybody. I have to go now. God bless you. Have a beautiful weekend. I'm yours with great humility, Tokunbo Olagbaye.